Real conversations, real solutions, real success.
Success is my religion.
All right, our topic is I get it now. I get it now because when my students were telling me that they're not like I've been working in this school district for this is my seventh year, so 6 years, and students were telling me that they were not teaching them what they needed to be successful. And but they mentioned like, oh, they're not teaching me taxes, they're not teaching me this, they're not teaching. And I'm just like, some of that stuff you just gotta learn on your own after you get out of school. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Or your parents teach you, or you see it from your parents. But then I finally got it this week when I'm sitting in professional development. We call it PD in the education world, in the secondary education world, um, where PD professional development is where teachers get together and the whole school of teachers and staff get together and they go over different norms and
Oh,
just orientation type things, get to know each other, have breakout sessions and icebreakers and rules for the school, new rules in the district, different things that are um, uh, things that we have to carry out in our classrooms, right? And it's mostly for the teachers after the first couple days. But when I was sitting in there, I was looking at, I mean, we go through different exercises. They try to teach on, they call it AVID. I don't know what AVID stands for, but it's a teaching philosophy or I don't know what to call it, but it's to prepare students for college, right?
oh, okay.
And they do that type of teaching and note taking and things like that, and they use these different things to get our attention, to keep our attention, to to, to how we talk amongst ourselves. Like
Oh,
it's real structured, and I was like, we're going through this, and I'm sitting there, and we're doing this little clap thing where oh, we're talking, everybody's talking amongst themselves, and then they say, oh, a hush comes through the crowd, and everybody goes like this, and shh, and everybody gets quiet, and I'm like, where are we? We are, yeah, like spirit fingers down, and I'm like looking around, like, and I remember this from previous years, but this time it just hit me differently because maybe I read that book,
yeah.
Original Sins, and I'm like,
Great book.
I'm up here looking at it, I'm like, are they actually teaching high school kids this, and they trying to prepare them for college, like, and they trying to be engaging, and engaging is the number one word that teachers and administrators use these days. We need to be more engaging for our students and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Not necessarily. Like we sat there for 75% of the time listening to information and taking in information. The other 25% was the engaging part. So how engaging are these class? Like how engaging is real life? Like when you need to learn something or somebody's teaching you something, you sit there and you listen, and that's kind of a two-way street. Yeah, students need to be engaged, but like if you really gonna teach it that way, teach it to us that way. Like let us be engaged as much as possible, right?
Yeah.
But 75%, I think, is kind of 25% of engagement is kind of low because we sitting there most of the time. People trying not to fall asleep and stuff.
Oh,
You see what I'm
well,
saying? Like,
well, that matches what I was about to say because I'd say that engaging what they're trying to project is how much interest you are in, and if you guys are falling asleep and trying to stay
well,
awake,
it's dumb. Yeah, like not dumb topics, but like it's just
it's questionable.
HR topics and
Yeah.
stuff like
Oh,
that.
it's that
It's not
season.
great topics. But I'm sitting there and I'm like, we got all these acronyms that I don't know anything about. Like I didn't go to school to be a teacher. Like I don't know none of these acronyms. So I'm sitting there trying to think what is this acronym, and then I'm trying to think about what they trying to the topic they want us. They said write down the question and talk with your shoulder partner about this topic,
That
and I'm
shoulder
like,
partner is
okay,
crazy.
and then talk about it for 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, and I'm like, okay, like I don't have any like real interest in this topic, so I'm not gonna really know anything about this. And I don't even know how it applies. Maybe because I'm outside of the teacher realm or whatever. And uh, then like I said, I turned to another staff member, and I was like, if I was learning in this type of classroom right here, I wouldn't have good grades. Like I would probably do the work, so I'll get good grades. But to learn anything, I get it. I get it. They not if they teach it like that,
It's not very
they,
engaging. Not very engaging
right.
at all. No.
And we doing the fireworks. We doing fireworks, and then they talk about fist to five. While we're talking amongst ourselves, fist to five. How many more minutes you need? It took me 2 days to figure out what fist to five means.
I'm gonna start doing that at work.
Fist to five. How many more minutes you need?
Fist to five. How many more minutes you want on lunch?
And I'm looking like. I'm really trying to figure out what fist mean. I'm like, fist? Like, what does fist mean? 0 to 5.
You don't comply.
But so in learning, you got to meet somebody where they are, right?
Yeah.
Like if you don't know not all of these phrases, all of these extra, if you ain't taught the framework for note taking. Like, if it ain't drilled in you and you're doing it all the time, you don't know what they're talking about. And you just come into school and they're like, do this, do that, do this, and all you do. And and then another thing that caught me off guard, well, not caught me off guard, but just like I recognized was that they just like they're teaching just by the book type of thing, so anybody can get plugged in there, no matter if you're a good teacher or not. I can just plug you in here, and you know what to teach and how to teach it. So it's a plug and play type of thing, and I was like, oh, this is messed up.
Sounds like adapting. Because you're talking about acronyms and stuff. I didn't come up with any acronyms when I was in school, but that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
So I think that acronyms and them trying to be engaging, that sounds very young. I hate to say that.
That's what I'm saying.
It's towards younger people, because younger people want things more simplified. So instead of saying, "Hey, how are you doing?" they'll just take the letters and be like, "Do do 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 do," and I'm like,
well, I get what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying?
But
that shouldn't apply to learning
at all. No, that's
I
just
need
how you
all the words, so I know what I'm learning.
Right. Fist to five. Like, I need to know what that means.
I need another 5. You always need another 5. I don't know what's going on.
I'm just holding up the Black Power fist.
Yeah.
I can't hold up this one because my little wrist hurt. But I get it. I get it now when they were saying, they may not have known, the students may not have known, like, exactly why or what it is that they're not teaching, but I see that, like, we're not setting them up for college when we're talking about fist to five and share out and yeah. I was like,
wow.
When you get to college, if you any place you go, like, you have to have skills that you've developed over the years that you can apply in these schools or in these colleges, in these trade schools, in this stuff. So if it ain't discipline, self-discipline, if it ain't learning how to read and comprehend, like, these are just basic things. We don't need to add these extra acronyms and extra things. Like, that is simple to teach. Like, come in, have a seat. This is what we're going over. These, I mean, and then this is what I was gonna take it. We have to tell them what they're learning at the same time they're learning it, and I didn't understand that either. So like, oh, we just learned critical thinking. This is critical thinking. Like nobody in our schools ever said that. Like this is um uh I forgot they had a list on the thing, but critical thinking was one of the thing, and I was like, nobody ever said that this is what we're doing. Like this is what you're learning, as, um, like justifying it to the student. Like,
Well,
go ahead.
I think that example in itself probably seems to me, just to me, on the surface, like they're dumbing down education.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you're doing this. So this is critical thinking. Your brain may hurt, but this is what it's supposed to do. This is an exercise. Now we gotta go over to this and do this. It's like I wasn't ever taught that in school.
Yeah, I know.
The blackboard had what we was gonna learn. Like it was history, English, whatever it was. You had like maybe 5 to 10 questions that you was gonna go over that you were supposed to pinpoint and learn.
While you were in that class, right?
And it was just thinking. There wasn't nothing critical about it. When I think about critical stuff, like bad, I think critical is bad. Let's think about it. You go to the hospital, if you're in a real bad, it's critical. That's why I associate critical with bad.
Yeah, I get it.
But that is really wild.
Yeah, and like I never, like I said, when I was in school, like nobody ever said this is exactly what you're learning. We're teaching you this particular thing after you taught it to me. Like no, it was just like do this assignment, get it done during this time. Like it's baked in. The lessons are baked into whatever you're doing. When from what from if I was to teach stuff,
Yeah.
like I'm gonna teach you based off of like real scenario or just if we're reading a book,
Something that you could adapt to and probably understand faster.
and it's not an understand thing, it's just a practice. Like a coach doesn't tell you exactly why you're practicing something.
No.
It's just, hey, let's do this is going to help in this area, right? But to know exactly what is gonna help, like no, you just do it as a player, right? As a player, you do it like you trust in the coaches, and that's why I said you might as well. Or they're not teaching; they're teaching for somebody else to be able to come in here and teach it again, just because they need bodies in the thing. So you go to school to be a teacher. We train you in all of these different pedagogies and how to teach different types of learning styles and this and that. And then you come in here and we have everything lined up for you so you can teach it on through. without and I'm up here wondering like why do teachers why aren't teachers teaching them the stuff that they know that know to be true in the real world?
Yeah.
Because they went to they in high school they wanted to be a teacher. They went to college to be a teacher. They became a teacher, and now they're a teacher. So they ain't in all the years
it's all
that they
about the training.
It's all they only did one thing.
Yeah. They
They
didn't venture out.
They didn't venture out, and then after you've been a teacher for a while, you want more money, so you gonna go into administration. So you still been in teaching. And now you're in administration, and now you like, and you ain't really had no leadership training or anything like. They train you, but in the way that they want you to.
Yeah,
yeah.
You have to comply.
And I hate that word. I hate that word.
I understand.
Complying is, and they say it in the schools, and I'm like, compliance is not what you want. You want cooperation.
That's what police say.
That's what police say. And I always say, I had a principal that I worked with in my first couple years in the district. He always said, our students are really compliant. And it was a white guy, and he was talking
I
about.
bet they were compliant.
Right. And I'm like,
I'm going to suspend you. I'm going to do this.
I always had a problem with that word. And I was like, and in my presentation this week, when I do my orientation, I'm like, I'm looking for cooperation. Like, we're not telling you what to do. We're just helping you through to the next option. You decide what you want to do. We're just helping you get to a place where you can have options to do whatever you want to do. So if you listen to what I have to say and what whoever's in my department has to say, you're going to be in a better spot. We're not just telling you what to do. We're telling you how to do it in a way that is going to help you get positions for the next step, whatever that next step is.
Yeah.
But we need cooperation, not compliance. Compliance means I'm telling you what to do and you go do it.
Yeah, you're forced to do it.
I'm cooperation. You don't have to do it at all, but I'm here for your best interest. Is what I'm really trying to say to them. But it was a I got it moment. I understand now what they were, the underlying meaning of what they were saying. The students were saying to me, they're not teaching me what I need to be to be successful, and it was totally true. And I was like, you may not know what it is, but now I understand and identify it. So let's remedy this. So I got a couple books that I want to go over, and this will be on my own time, but I'm gonna, and these are books by white people. I don't care who writes the books, but it's one book that says how to get A pluses and straight A's in high school or whatever.
Oh, I could have used that book.
Exactly. I asked one of the dudes that I work with. He's like 28 years old, whatever, and I was like, has anybody ever said anything about teaching you how to get straight A's? He was like, nah, man. Nah, man.
You're on your own.
Yeah, you on your own. We all on our own. And that's back to the book, Original Sins. Like, she was like that, and the same demographic is teaching in our schools now that was teaching back then when they had
lady.
Huh?
We call it the safe lady.
Yeah, the safe lady. Man, they had a name for her there too in the book. I'm gonna go back. I returned the book.
It's not an audio book.
It is an audio book, but I returned it. I returned it, and it has a weight on it. I should, and I have my bookmarks on it.
Okay.
So, and I bookmarked where they said the name of that person. I could probably look it up.
I might have to wait a month, maybe 2 weeks to get it.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna see if I can download it so I can listen to it on the plane.
I get it now. But this is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna learn how to learn in this environment. I'm gonna help teach you how to keep your own mind and keep your own individuality while you're going through the compliance stage, which is what they're gonna call it. You know, and that's what I did when I went through. I kept my individual. Like, I was just like, this is just the next step. Like, and that's how we gotta think. We need to stop giving all our power away to these different entities and organizations or whatever. That like, your success doesn't rely on whether that school is teaching you what you need to know. Your success relies on what you actually do with it, what you have. And you have everything. We're just not working on the right things inside of the system that doesn't work for us.
Okay, yeah.
Does that make sense?
That makes a lot of sense, because I like I've been saying for a while, it's just not, whatever system that we're in, whatever matrix that we're in, or whatever you want to call it, is not designed for us. It's designed a little bit for us to help us comply.
Yeah, and that's what she was saying in the book.
Yeah. So it's not for you to flourish. It's for you to do certain things within a certain area, comply, so you don't cause problems. Mm-hmm. And that is your road to success.
Yeah.
What the road we want. Don't look at the other highways. Don't look at the exits.
Uh-huh.
Stay on this street because this is what we need you to do. We need you to comply. We need you to do the things that we are teaching you to do. Fist to 5.
And so it's not designed for us, but we can use it in our way, on our way to in our success journey.
Yeah.
Success is a lifelong journey.
It is.
So keeping your individuality while also being compliant is what I think is cooperation. So you're cooperating with the entity that doesn't necessarily want you to be all the way successful, but you keeping that individuality just to get to the next step. And why I say the steps is so important is because you get more freedom to make choices. The more steps you get. High school is just a step. Like, you're not gonna get everything you need to know in life, even though you think you know a lot of stuff about life while you're in high school, or whatever the background of your family is and how you grew up or whatever. But the most important thing is that you get to that next step without being phased by, without any negatives.
Okay.
So you're not pregnant or have a baby, you it didn't not get good grades, if you got all F's or whatever and didn't do anything that 4 years, like, you didn't help yourself. Like, you could have helped yourself in that 4 years instead of rebelling against the system. Like, you can't rebel against this system at an early age. Like, we need you to rebel after you're successful, and that's what I want people to get. Like, just go through the motions, get the good grades. Like, they're gonna give you a good grade if you just come in and do come in and do the work. But also, you working on time management. You working on getting things in on time. Like, these are transferable skills that we're not telling you that you're learning, but you're learning that within the structure of getting an assignment, understanding the assignment, doing the work, and then turning it in and getting a grade for it, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's a process to that.
It is a process, but here's a theory that I just came up with. I've kind of always thought of this. So from pre-K all the way up to high school, that's free, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So that's your basic living and learning instructions. Okay. So when you want to propel yourself and go to college, I feel like, since all that was free from 5 to 18, because that's, yeah. So you get that. Then you're legally an adult. So if you want to actually learn society and how the world works, you have to pay for that in college. Now, you have to pay for that regardless of if you're successful or not.
Yeah.
That is a trap to me.
Is it a trap?
It's not a trap if you go there for certain reasons. Some people,
if you have a
goal,
yeah.
If you have somewhere you're trying to project yourself, yeah, it's not a trap. But for most people,
they're not going for that.
They're not going for that. They're going just because they want to go,
or they need to. They want the piece of paper.
Yeah. And it shouldn't be that way.
No, but that's on us.
It is on us, but
it is a trap at the same time.
It's
Welcome
a trap
to America.
Yeah. And not coming to America either. But that's just what it is. That's why I say things are set up a certain way, and that's probably what you got from your book. That's what I'm getting from the book, is that from this amount of time, because okay, you are absorbing all the way up to you're 18, or at least you're supposed to. And then once you're an adult, you're supposed to take what you learn. It's not 18 years, because you started 18 years. You do that, and then you have your option. You can Go there. So I'm gonna say farm. You can go to the farm, work on the farm, do what you need to do. Hopefully, move up to the farm hand or whatever, or like go immediately to money. Okay, or you can, and there's three different ways you can do it. You can go to college, focus on college, focus on what you want to do after college to get the money that you want, or get paid for whatever you're interested in, because that's basically what college should be. Or you can do it the hard way. You can work on the farm and go to school and try and multimedia that. Oh, I'm down here. Multimedia that to where
Multimedia.
to where it's like this. You've got all your education up till 18. This is college. This is your college life. So you paid for this information to be bestowed upon you, whether you pick it up or not. You're still paying for it, and then you merge that, and that is supposed to make you an exceptional adult. And I'm gonna say not by 25, because if you want to be a doctor, what's that? 7 years, 8 years? It's a very long time. Which is good, because you're dealing with other people when you basically
you need some practice before you get out there.
lots of practice. So that's the way I see structured life being. The fact that now we're doing anonyms and shortening things up, and hey, let's do this, let's do that.
So it's a two-way street that is.
It really is.
So there's a good side and there's a bad side. There's a benefits and then there's the cons to everything, the pros and the cons, and that's why it's so important to have somebody like me to be like, hey, you need to keep this type of mindset. You probably should look at having this type of goal, and we got to evaluate all of that. Like, we got to use all of this to our advantage. Like, we do have an advantage because we're more freer now than we were in the past.
Exactly.
And to do and make decisions on what we do and who we become.
Yeah.
The thing that we have to look out for is, are we going after the money? You know what I mean? Because that's what they want us to do.
That's the driving force.
Yeah, that's what they want us to be in the driving force for that, because then they control that. So yeah, we can go after the money all you want, but we only gonna allow you to get this amount of money. You know what I mean?
Well, wait a minute. Don't you exit.
Right. So then, but the pro is that, like, you have the ability to go after something and pursue something that you desire.
Yeah.
But we don't necessarily want to, now as a people, we don't necessarily want to take that time to be educated enough to master something so that we can force somebody to pay us. You see what I'm saying? It takes a while to, unless you get an extremely good opportunity. And we as a culture like to look at those one-offs, those 1%, 2% people that the Ryan Coogler is 30 years old and he's writing and directing these different. That don't happen that way, because usually somebody saw some potential in him and gave him an opportunity, and he just kept on going with it. He kept on developing with it. But for instance, me, like, I had to develop myself over these years. I had to. There were no handouts for me to. I'm not saying that Ryan Coogler got handouts. I don't know what he got, but usually it's a progressive climb up.
It is,
and usually it's you have to sacrifice. You have to do the things necessary to keep on climbing up. And that's more accurate and not to say that you won't make a lot of money, but it doesn't happen that fast. And usually people, even white people, make the most money and the most success in their 40s and 50s and 60s, right?
On your decline.
On your decline.
Yeah.
But it's a combination of experience, and wisdom.
Knowledge and wisdom. Yeah.
All of that stuff. So
You hung up. You not hung up. You hung out, and you've steadied your pace for a long time to finally get that build up.
yeah, and usually it's an idea that comes with those three things: the knowledge, um, wisdom, and then experience.
Yeah.
So the wisdom that comes with that is the idea that's going to last you for the rest of your life, right? So my idea was the work hard philosophy for individual achievement. I didn't know I was going to come up with that. I didn't know, like, I didn't understand that that it was more than just a acronym, right?
Yeah.
But when I dove deep into it and started really studying and studying all of the different motivational speakers, authors, all the self-help gurus, and which are mostly white, but they were saying the same thing as the black people as well. I was like, I got something here. I can help you set this up to where like you have freedom. And I even talked to a girl that came to my group fitness class. She worked at the little Euro shop.
Yeah.
Up at outside of where I did Zumba on the line, right? And then like Thursday, she came up and we were talking, and I only had one person show up, but she wanted to do it. I was like, if one person show up, don't come over here. And she was like, I don't know if I want to do it or not, because two people in a big old space like that, like.
All eyes on you.
Yeah. I'm like, do we have to do it? And the older ladies, they be like, yeah, I want to do it because I can't do so. I'm like, whatever. But this young lady, she came in. I was like, what are you, like 20 or something? Like, what are you doing with your life? And and I told her my story. I got to know her a little bit, coming from a single mother background, trying to go to school, doing, trying to live on her own, and I'm like, you might need some help with with that. So we exchanged numbers, and after I gave her my story and what I do, I was like, I don't charge that much, like for people that are going to school and stuff, like maybe $25 a session. I was like, I'll give you a discount just to see,
See if it's gonna motivate you. See if it's gonna help you out in life.
Yeah, and are you willing to pay for something that is going to help you? Because you're gonna have to pay for some stuff that's going to help you.
That's basically.
And if you could pay $25 for one session and you could get through a whole bunch of stuff, and I think that's a really good.
That's a good
deal.
value.
It's valuable.
It's very
valuable. And maybe I ain't charging enough. Maybe I just want. I'd rather have 100 people pay $25 than 2 people pay $100. You know what I mean? Or $1,000, right?
Yeah.
But
the fact is that this man needs to get paid for his services. So looking right at the camera. So don't think anything's free. Advice is always free, but the real advice costs.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what to do. I'm gonna tell you why to do it, how to do it. You gotta pay for it. You gotta pay for that.
Gotcha.
But it's like I had to pay for it myself too. I got a bunch of student loans that I have to pay back just to get the knowledge that I get the experience and the knowledge that I had. I had to take lesser paying jobs that I know I'm more qualified than that for, to get the experience, to be as close and immersed in the environment, which is young people from our demographic that need my help. And like, I don't want to go out to another school district that don't have many of our people in there, and I won't be as effective. So yeah, I'm a tone down my prices a little bit so y'all can afford it. It's not. I mean, it's not. You have to pay for something. You're gonna pay for $200 for shoes. You're gonna pay $20, $30 for a DoorDash.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean? But you ain't gonna pay for somebody to help you be successful. Like, and it's just a changing of the mindset. So back to the story with the girl, like, she texted me. I did my thing, and then like an hour later, I text back, "Hey, what's your last name so I can put you in my phone correctly? Because I don't,
That's
so I
what I
just
do.
don't, huh?
That's what I do.
Yeah, I need first and last name
Yeah.
because I need to know who I'm talking to because you might have the same name." But she never texts back.
Ah.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
Mm.
like I'm willing. I probably would have did it for free because I need people I need
You need to.
success
It's
stories.
like subjects.
Yeah, I need success stories. But I gotta understand. I gotta see if you're willing to pay for it. You know what I mean? And I was talking to uh, one of the staff members, and she's a young lady, and the 28-year-old dude, I was like, dude, like, you need a life coach, and I was like, I'll do it for free, yeah, we work together, y'all need somebody. They was like, I ain't getting paid for it, but like, they was like, well, you probably should stop offering your services for free if you want to get out of this predicament. And I was like, but are you gonna pay for it? And I'm
See?
like, then I'll give it to you for free so I can have somebody to say, yeah. But
And then then you never know. It could trickle down and be like a word of mouth type thing. So them getting in and getting information for free, like, oh man, you could blow their minds, blow their socks off, teach them some stuff that they didn't really want to think about,
mm-hmm.
and they wrap their minds around it. And of course, this if they don't gatekeep, because that's a new thing. If they don't gatekeep and they pass it down, that only helps you and the person, because so if they don't gatekeep and then they let somebody else know, then they like, see, because see, then they can see the different mindset and different trajectory that they're going with your influence. Say, oh yeah, well, you used to do this, now you're doing this. Well, that's not that bad.
Right.
And then they'd be like, oh, well, you can do this. And the key is to not let people know what you're willing to do for somebody else. They have to understand and have a criteria of what they're willing to do for themselves when it involves others. So you getting it for free and then you passing it on, or at least sharing some knowledge. Oh, that's pretty interesting. It's like, oh, well, the guy I get this information from is Mike, blah, blah, blah. And then you guys exchange information. And then that's a whole nother plateau. Because you already have your example. So you have your free sample. Okay. Well, now you want 2 scoops of ice cream. Guess what? It costs you money.
Right. And that's why we need to get these products done,
Yeah.
because I know it's coming. I know that my level of thinking is coming because I see it. I'm teaching the things that they aren't teaching in the schools, um, and I'm teaching you how to navigate whatever it is that you're going through. And I probably need to be more specific about, well, conventional wisdom says that I need to be more niche specific,
Mm-hmm.
but my niche is the work. The work needed to be successful. That's my niche. Whatever it is that you need to want to do to be successful and get your dreams, that work you need to do is what I focus on. That's my niche. Um, just because I'm just aware and I read a lot of books and I make the connections for you. I'm not telling you, like I said earlier or and before the show, I was like, I don't tell people what to do. I'm just there to shine a light on where you should go with it. I don't even think people want to know exactly what to do to be successful. They just want to.
They want the end result.
They want the end result, but they want to just bask in their problems. Like they just want to talk about their issues. Like, and I'm like, let's try to fix them. Like,
I get that.
you see what I'm
I get
saying?
that, yeah.
Like, let's fix it. Like, let's do something that.
Let's not
like,
dwell. Let's propel.
yeah.
I understand. Yeah.
But I don't know. That stuff is be on my mind all the time. So, like I got at least 3 books that I'm gonna go over one chapter at a time, introduction, one chapter at a time, and I'm gonna just lay it all out there. Late night videos. I'm being here talking about these uh chapters in these books to help out. Like because like I said, I know it's coming. I know they need it. Like ain't nobody sitting there telling black kids how to get straight A's.
No. That I didn't even know that book existed
Me
until
either.
just now. So that just goes to show you, we don't know the correlation of that book, but I know that it's probably happened in the last 20 years.
Oh yeah.
So, and yeah, I've been out of school for like 20 years.
Yeah, I'll see what the when it was published, but
Yeah.
I just found it in my office, and I was like, man, somebody need to know this. And I ain't like I might write a book about like how to get straight A's in life. That might be the title, my title.
I like that.
But it'll follow the same framework as the work hard philosophy.
Well, of course, because
that's the basis of everything. If you have
instructions.
yeah. Reverse engineering success. That's my that's what I want to be known for. Like that's why I don't post a lot, or that's why I stopped posting a lot of my fitness stuff. Like I don't want to be known as the Zumba guy. Like I am known that, and I don't care. Like yeah, I don't care, but
that's a feather in your cap, right?
Yeah,
there. That's an achievement.
But it's not all me though. Like that's not it. Like that's not the main part of me.
That's a layer.
Yeah,
that's a layer.
And the fattest layer is my intellectual side. Like I got a master's degree. Like I studied something for a long time. Like I did a lot of work. Like I understand a lot. I read a lot of books.
Yeah,
and I understand some things about life that I don't think a lot of people make connections on. And like I'm usually silent about it. I just let people talk, and I let people talk, and I just listen. I'm like, but this is when I do my talking. Is when I'm on here. They probably like let CJ talk again. That's why the students didn't want me to do a podcast with them anymore because they said I talk too much.
No, that's the whole purpose of a podcast. Somebody has to talk. We can't just be here just giggling and doing all that and laughing at inside jokes. Mm-hmm. No, you have to have some information somewhat for it to be productive. Because, you know, I would be quite honest. Sometimes I learn a whole lot. And it's never too late to learn anything. Like you told me about the Straight A book. Who knows where I would be if that book was around and I could take advantage of it.
Would you have read it?
I would have read
it.
Because
sure?
Because I would have considered it a cheat code.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I can do this, and especially if it could be made effortless. Like, oh, you do this, and then you just boom, bam. Yeah, that would have really helped me in life.
What if it ain't effortless?
It's cause and effect. That's the cause and effect. Because you won't know until you apply.
Right.
And you have to apply the things that you learn. Now, are you going to apply and execute very well? Not everybody's going to do it. Some people can, some people can't. And some people just have to keep applying and keep trying until they feel that it's effortless. Because the last podcast we discussed levels. So now I think everything has levels. And it's true. It's very true. You have levels in your relationships. You have levels of what you're going to do for a person, a stranger, or whatever the case may be. There's levels to everything. There's no reason for us to be fake about it and be like, oh, well, why do this? growing up, it was like, I do this from the heart.
I call it the totem pole of success.
Oh, I like that. See? Totem pole.
So there's our.
How far are you going to climb up the pole?
But it's not the correct definition of what our correct. It's not correct explanation of what a totem pole is, but it's my definition of what a totem pole is as far as success is concerned. And it's kind of like the level of information that you have, like where you get it from.
Yeah.
So if you low on the totem pole, like your information, like I'll use my mom for example. Like she only has a high school diploma. Like I have a master's degree. So the advice she gives me about my like seeking employment, like versus somebody that is a principal or something like that, or somebody that is in a higher position than I am, or director of student life or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I'm probably gonna take their information over my mom's information because like she doesn't know that atmosphere. Like she don't know what's coming next, right?
Yeah, I guarantee she didn't know that. Just
fist to five.
that's hilarious to me. Grown people. Fist to how many? 5 to 3. We need to wrap this up.
And it was just like that. It was just I sat there and I'm like, are they really teaching like this? This is like elementary school. These kids have gone through life, maybe traumatic events and whatever, and you teaching them like some elementary school kids like this. Like they need real life. Like one of my coworkers, he was like, yeah, we need to start telling our students, like, if they're not good in math, they need to get good in math, and because if they want to be an engineer, like that's a qualification. That's a qualification. Yeah. And our supervisors and the head of our department was like, oh, we don't necessarily want to tell our students that if they're not good, they're not going to be some. That's not what we're saying. We're just saying we're making you aware of the fact that this is a requirement.
You need to step it up.
Yeah, and if you're not good at this, then
you might want to circle around and try something else.
Try something else. But I think that's the difference between men and women as well. They want to coddle, and our school system is like 80% women. 80% women.
Well, yeah, because I know over the years, a lot of the world has become soft, and that's just the way it is. It's not because that's what our society. Well, it is because that's what our society wants. We need. I don't say that I need it, but there has been established a more softer side, a less aggressive side to going about things. Docile, basically. So, if you was a kid growing up in the 80s, 90s, I don't even know if they make it anymore. It might be called something different, but it was called Ritalin. Like if you were jittery and you just had so much energy, you got Ritalin. If your parents cared about you or just was worried and got tired of the schools calling you, got to the
settle
doctor.
You down. It's like ADHD medicine or ADD.
Settle you down, made you more docile, made you more compliant.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like a lot of people that got on that, maybe they grew out of it or they just stopped taking their medicine, but that's another way and that's another form of being controlled. Because that's basically, I feel like that's your personality. If you're jittery and you're talkative and you had like a whole pot of coffee with no coffee, hey, that's just you. You could grow out of it. You're not supposed to be medicated so early in life that you become a zombie throughout your as you become an adult and you go in adulthood. Because then when
And what
you,
does that have to do with the all women teachers?
well, I'm saying
Okay.
that it doesn't have anything to do with it. But basically, those are the people that's gonna to direct you to that if you are a little
So
bit
they
out of
can
line.
handle you.
Yeah, so you can get handled better.
Yeah.
Because you're disrupting. So if they got a whole class and then you got two people, they're just like, yeah,
And disrupting the class.
then they're not getting their message across. They got to take extra time. That takes away from the students that they're trying to make comply. Because you're causing too much attention. So you're taking all their attention and basically focusing on yourself. So therefore and don't get me wrong, I feel like that should be a part of the curriculum. You need one-on-one time to develop. You need one-on-one time to learn stuff. Some people don't learn the same. Some people are not going to take the initiative to go read a book about trying to be straight A students. They're just going to be like, well, they might go about it in a different route. But yeah, that way of life has always been around. I don't really think that there's been too many men teachers in the classroom.
Mm-mm.
They're usually gym teachers or coaches or janitors and stuff like that.
And I'm not saying that we need to like be all male teachers, like, but we need a good balance. Like that's why marriage is so good for children growing up in the household. Because they can get
side. Hopefully they get a masculine and feminine
a nurturing side. And a discipline side.
The stove is hot. Don't do that. I'm that person. I told you the stove is hot. Don't cry. No sympathy. I told you. I warned you.
Right. So, and it's not a knock on women. Like we need the I think the school system has too much sympathy.
Yeah.
And not enough empathy, but they don't. With the demographics in the school system, they don't know how to show empathy because they don't know what at least our students are going through.
Yeah.
They don't know the route that they need to take. There's a disconnect, and so I'm gonna just stop saying like beating around the bush. White teachers usually they came from a certain background that they don't know this stuff down here and we have to
know about the struggle.
They don't know about the struggle, right?
Yeah.
Especially when you went to high school, you wanted to be a teacher, you became a teacher. You went to college to be a teacher. You became a teacher. You're living your life as a teacher, right? And then you go into administration. Like it was such a straight path for you that you don't know how to teach somebody that is going to have a path like this. None of my teachers could have taught me how to navigate this whole process. I done did almost every job in the book besides working at a factory or whatever. Every mediocre, menial job, like fast food, restaurant, retail, like everything. Before, after, high school, college, like I was doing everything. And people look at me now like, oh, you should do this, you should do that. No, I want to do what I want to do now. I did it the way that everybody else wanted me to do. I tried to wear a shirt and tie to every one of my jobs and all of that stuff. Like, nah, man. Like, I'm about to do whatever I want to do because y'all didn't give me no. If y'all would have gave me what I wanted back in the day, like I probably wouldn't be this hostile now. Like,
I don't think you're hostile.
Well, more direct. Like now, my life is about to be over. Like,
no,
but I got 20-something odd years. Like,
but what I think you're trying to say is that you, in a way, did kind of comply.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the path that was given to you. So you had all these internal struggles that you probably didn't share with anybody because most people are not going to understand they're gonna be like, oh, that sounds like a great story, and then they'll just go on back to what they're doing. But yeah, no, you're absolutely
I
right.
don't have
It
a
is
rags to riches. Like
not no,
it's just a constant struggle to that ultimate success, right? Like
yeah,
the constant climb. Like
yes,
nobody wants to glorify those constant climbs all the way up until your 40s or whatever. And when you go to, I went to jobs and stuff like, and I was the best worker there. We had record numbers and different things like that, but I never got any credit for it and stuff like that. And nobody, and even now, like they about to change our my job right now, and I might not have a job at the end of the year. So you know what I mean? Like they combining two positions into one. I ain't about to do two positions into one and not get paid more. Like I'll do both of them. You gotta pay me more because it's gonna be more time, more energy, more everything.
yeah,
Because I know what the other job does, and I know what I do. That ain't gonna be fun. So like no job has ever gave me any safety and security. And I ain't like, yeah, I could have been there for 20 years or whatever, but like I wasn't getting advancement. Like I see these white guys, they up here, they like, oh, you're not in financial aid, so you can't even apply for that job or whatever. Like, okay, I'm in the education environment and I've worked with financial aid, so all I need to know is a few little things to put myself in position for that. But no, you gotta wait your turn, and while you wait your turn, these years go by and by and by, and you waste the youngest years of your life just trying to be compliant, right?
yeah. So
And
yeah,
I said no, that not anymore. That's why I started this stuff. Like, and I'm gonna speak about race a lot because that's a big part of our society anyway.
yeah.
The
Whether
American
people like
or
it or not,
the U.S. society, and like I don't have a problem with race. Like I have white friends. I got white best friends. He just finally texted me after like a whole week, and I'm like, my best friends ain't even texting me back. They ain't calling me back. What they doing? You know what I mean? But I have white friends all over. I've dated white women. I dated black women. I dated Asian women. Like I didn't. Like I don't have a problem with race.
these single ladies.
Older ladies, older.
He's single like me.
So I mean, it's one of them things. Like, man, I'm done. Like, I don't. People like, oh, just keep the job, or stay in the school system. We need you. Nah, man. Like, y'all need to pay me if you need me. Like, if
Show me my worth.
yeah, show me my
Show me
worth.
how
And
much you need me.
yeah. Oh, we need you in the school system. Nah, man, I'm gonna create a school system right here. Like,
Man,
this is the school system. Like,
and it could work.
it's going to work.
Just a couple of years ago, people were learning from home.
Yeah,
It was unsafe to go outside, so it's gonna work. It's gonna be a new trail.
but they
for
get
you
up
to
there
get on.
complaining about it. We still complaining about the COVID generation and all of this stuff. Y'all was at home for like a year, like, and y'all was doing work online. Like, a lot of people work online now. Like, a lot of people learn online. Like, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry of online courses.
Yeah,
Multi-billion-dollar industry. Like, is somebody learning online? Y'all can't learn online?
that era taught us who was super important and who could not have to be a part of society but still get work done. I was a part of the essentials. I had to get out.
He didn't like that.
No, I loved it.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, let me tell you, that schedule I had was amazing. Cut my pay, but still, like Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So Saturday you don't work all day. So you get that, and then Sunday, Monday, pay-per-views and all kinds of stuff happens on Mondays. Sometimes Mondays are not Monday, but Sundays. But live action happens Saturdays and Sundays, so you don't have to work Sunday because we're not open. So you got Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday,
You go into work.
You going to work. The hours are short because
And
of the danger.
That's the adaptability too.
Yeah.
Like you
Well,
gotta
I
adapt.
love to adapt.
Yeah.
Because over the years, I figured out that's the best way to be is to adapt.
Yeah.
Because if you just decide that you want to just be a certain way,
You can adapt or complain.
I don't want to complain.
I didn't want to complain either. I was like, shoot, like let's do what you.
Matter of
They
fact,
was giving out A's and students got F's. They was giving them out. They was
handing A's out.
Handing A's out, and students still got F's on their credit card because they didn't show up.
Yeah, because they just like But you know what? A lot of people felt like that was a free trip too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
That's the mistake people have. Now, for me, it was mind blowing because here I am. Yeah, I'm 44 now. Did that happen when I was in my 30s?
40, 39, 40.
Okay, well, yeah, 39, 40. That's the first earth stop, everybody panic experience I've experienced in my lifetime. Now, I've heard about the Great Depression and all the other stuff that happened before me. But that right there was very eye-opening. And you know what? The world keeps creating eye-opening things that I wouldn't even think would be possible to happen. But it happened. And it's unfortunate. That's all I got to say about that.
All right, let's get to the About Me. We got, hold on. Are we over here? Yeah. Oh, shoot. We got 10 minutes for the About Me book.
Okay.
All right, let's answer some questions. Hang on. Let's see this.
Start the timer.
Dang, where is that timer at?
Ooh, this is going to be a real good one, too.
Yep, we got 10 minutes. Let's go.
All right, well, the first question is, on what occasion do you lie?
The only occasion I lie is not to hurt anybody's feeling. I like if I know I'm about to hurt somebody's feeling. Usually I just don't say anything, so I don't have to lie. But sometimes I just lie just to not hurt somebody's feelings. That's the main.
I feel like I do the same. It's to protect their feelings, but I also sometimes lie to. How can I word this? I lie sometimes to help them alleviate the pain that's going to come later. So I delay it. I'll delay it. It's still going to happen, but I'll delay it. If I like you.
I usually don't lie. I don't make it a habit of lying to people because they are to just because of their feelings or whatever. So usually when I'll listen, let them talk for two times, and if they talk about the same thing the third time is you out. Like I got to tell you exactly what you need to know.
You're not a fan of that.
Like 1 strike, 2 strike, 3. Like I don't need to be listening. I already know the answer. I knew the answer before you started talking anyway. But but I let you talk because I got some more information and stuff. So I usually don't lie. Like I'm very direct. The only way I'm not direct is in my dating life. That's I'm not as direct as I need to be. Like if I like a person, like I think I have some old trauma that like
I get.
Even if I'm in the relationship, I don't want you to say that I like a person. You know what I mean?
I feel the same way. I think. Yeah, I just feel the same way. I won't embellish.
Another question.
What do you most dislike about your appearance?
It used to be my teeth, but then I got them fixed $10,000 later. But
$10K.
Now it's my bald spot, man. I'm probably gonna go to Turkey here pretty soon.
we're gonna sponsor a trip. I'm just gonna go. My right now, what I dislike is my appearance body wise.
Oh yeah,
yeah, I'm
me
going
too.
to the gym. I was in the gym pretty heavy. I was making some progress, and I feel like I got distracted or kind of just lost interest, and I lost interest for a while, and I developed diabetes, and now I'm slowly trying to get back to where I was. It's never too late.
Diabetes.
Diabetes. You gotta watch what you eat, but I don't. I watch it go in my mouth.
Pause.
Yeah, thank you for that. Which living person do you most despise? That is a crazy question.
That I most despise.
I put like a villainous type.
Yeah.
Are
I
you
really
just
don't despise anything. I think that's that's my answer because anybody, I don't despise anybody because I mean everybody's their own person. I just let everybody be who they want to be. Maybe a personality type. Um, a characteristic that I despise. Like I hate people with raspy voices. Like I hate. I hate people with, like just a raspy voice.
come on here?
Like what's that dude's name? Kai Cenat, whatever. He got a raspy voice. Like
And
it
to be
feels
so
like
young, he really does have a crazy voice. Like he smokes cigars. And shit.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it sounds like he's pushing out his voice all the time. Like like it hurts to. I don't know that I hate that.
I don't really have anything. I have some pet peeves, but I wouldn't say that they were in the order of despising.
I despise people with raspy voices, especially girls with raspy voices.
Well, you're supposed to.
But a raspy voice is different than a deep voice. Like you could like raspy is just like
get that voice box ready. I'll give you some water, especially if you're a girl. Are you thirsty? No,
no, you just
get some of that down. You're scaring me.
We got
anyway,
4.5 minutes.
What is the quality you most like in a man? What? What is the quality you most like in a man?
In a man, probably discipline. Like the guys that I see at the gym all the time, like discipline. Like my teammates, former teammates and stuff. Like when you work hard, you can see it, and we can win if we all work hard. You know what I mean? Yeah. In our individual lives. So discipline. Yeah, that's the most.
The quality I like most about men, and I think this is just because of how I was raised, is I like the mindset of a man. I like the determination of certain individuals that are in my life because they can give me knowledge to help me become a better person as well. That's what I like. The qualities of man is the mindset, maybe the mentality. I could probably go on and on, but I'm not. Oh, well, there you go. See, it follows right up. What is the quality you most like in a woman?
I don't think all women have it, but like the ability to be smart and still have feminine qualities, right? At the same time, like this ain't a battle. I'm probably smarter than you anyway, but I just don't say it. But everybody's smarter than me in certain aspects of their life or whatever. They might be gurus in their own aspect, like, and I'm a listen that like you might be high on the totem pole for me to listen to, but I want to get that information from you. Like, don't dumb yourself down just because you want to stay feminine or whatever. Like, I like a smart woman.
Well, I too like a smart woman, but I'm gonna go with common sense. There's a lot of that seems to escape a lot of people, and since we're just talking, I like a woman that is I like a woman that doesn't make decisions off emotions. So
You'll never have that. Like that ain't a woman, that's a man.
I know, but it's common sense. That's why I say I like one with common sense. If I come across one with common sense that has some smarts about her, yeah, that's instant attraction, and then then you can trickle down, and you can see all this other stuff that you can use.
Or you could like a woman that can defer when or decipher when to defer to somebody else for guidance, I guess. Like if they need like just guidance, whatever, an answer to a question,
They're not
like
afraid
to go seek the information out for the right answer.
Not feel like they have to take the lead. There's a lot of women in the world that are masculine for some reason.
And what I tell, like, because I work with a lot of women, I'm like, if I got married, when I get married,
when
when I get married, I need you to take the lead in some aspects of like I can't think in terms of everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So and I can make decisions, but like you might have a better background in that aspect. So I need you to make the decision for me, and I'm gonna go with it. So that's that's.
I feel the same way. How many more minutes we got?
0.
Oh well, we'll use.
You want to do one more?
We can. It's a question about which words or phrases do you most overuse.
I don't know. I try not to. I try not to be trendy. I hate I notice people saying the same words, dressing the same way. Like I notice that stuff so much nowadays. Like, and I didn't notice it back in the day, and I probably fell into the same category, dressing alike and all that stuff. And I have my own little tendencies, but like I don't I don't have probably nah, man.
Why?
You want to tell them about nah, man? He told me about it. I didn't even know.
It's just in certain situations he just says it, and I just immediately know that's a flat out no. We're not doing it. I'm not even considering it. Nah, man. But
like I ain't even.
We're not even gonna think about it.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna even get entertained. Nah,
I'm not entertaining that at all.
For me, it's several all the way up. Oh, wait a minute. Is this? Oh, I don't overuse them. I underuse them. But for the most part, those are the things that you'll probably hear me say the most. That's like all the way up. Be committed to excellence. Dope. Good for you, but not spelled like you think good is. Spelled like my first name, good for you. And stuff of that nature. So it's not, I don't know if I have like oh, there is one. I forgot all about it because I haven't had to use it for a while. So people are knowing their roles. That's not necessary. I used to use that a lot. Used it in relationships. If there's something that just sounds dumb, I don't want to say it sounds dumb. I say it's not necessary. It sounds better. You take it better. It's better than saying that sounds dumb. That's not necessary.
Yeah,
that's what I overuse.
I see it. The trends, like that part. I hate when people, and they say it like 4 or 5 times in a like a conversation. That part.
Well,
That part. I'm like,
you know where I get that from.
what?
Because, I go to church. So, you've been to church and the preacher is preaching and you have that deacon that always co-signs like an ad-lib, oh Lord, and all that other stuff. That's what that part means to me. Like
That's what it means to you, but
you're just
people,
saying it, and then you're just like
yeah,
complying, like,
yeah,
oh yeah, I'm that part.
yeah.
Or something that's really irritating to me is and did. You gotta do that little head shake. Most women do that. Most women do that.
What's the other phrases? It's a whole bunch of phrases that just go around and make their rounds, and I'm like, man, does everybody have to talk like the same?
No. I avoid trends,
and that's why we probably ain't trending on these podcasts, because we don't do the trendy stuff.
You know what? That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, somebody gonna find us. The right people gonna find us.
Because there's been moments where I was like, oh, or like if you've had an album and you have a favorite song that you don't think is gonna get released, and it's your favorite song, then it releases, and then they play the fuck out of it, and then you don't like the song anymore. That irritates me. But anyway, it has nothing to do with being overused.
All right, we over time now.
We're done.
We're done. Make sure you follow us and like us on social media. The YouTube channel, Work Hard TV. This is where you can get the podcast from. And any last words, CJ?
Well, I feel like on the horizon there's going to be a lot of things that we're going to come out that you might be interested in. I am going to try and make a separate entity online, like a character entity, to separate.
But we ain't telling we doing.
Well, yeah, I'm doing it. I'm working on it right now. The things, but as you know, I'm gonna leave you with this: be all the way up, be committed to excellence, and adapt or perish. We're gonna bring that back.
Holla.
Restricted area, he OC, that's a charge. They leasing, they rent team, my shit paid for. What they charge ain't nothing for you to go out here and go get us on one roof. Gotta be able to work hard. I'm up late nights, early mornings. I don't watch too much TV, city already performing. You keep them thoughts, I have no time for them. Solid cats and out raw form. So much tension in these streets, everybody can't heat. Ready to settle petty beef, and I'm telling you, them cowards gonna be aiming at me. For the single retreat, I'm gonna make them believe that. I go hard. Try to knock me down, you can't count me out. Work hard. No days off, I don't get no sleep. I go hard. You won't lose, how to execute. Ain't no limit to my bringing up, waiting on you to work hard. Try to knock me down, can't count me out. Work hard. No days off, I don't get no sleep. I go hard. I won't lose, you won't lose, how to execute. Ain't no limit to my bringing up, waiting on you to work hard. See, I'm out to go, it's time to get it. Say you ready to work, then let's get it. If you paper chasing, I'm with it. Early in the morning, I'm talking about fitness, suit and ties, I'm all up at my business. Time to change your way of living. If you want it bad enough, go and get it. You don't need nobody else tell you go and get it. Work hard, look in the mirror, the reflection is you. You don't like the current stats now, what you gonna do? Everybody got a point, but I got nothing to prove. Everybody got a side, but you never hear the truth. Look at me, I know I go hard. I made a decision that ain't for the stars. I'll be up grinding while they stay sleeping. My life's a place, telling them to work hard. I've been patient, waiting, God know it. My time's coming, I know it. When you working hard, you ain't gotta show it. You know I'm hot and I know it. I took the game with a shot, that was yesterday. I ran 2 miles, that was yesterday. I struck 3 classes, that was yesterday. I'm going hard, I promise, then yesterday. I work hard. I ain't got no time for no games. I ain't got no time to be playing. I ain't got no time for no social media, no tag me and nothing. I ain't into your games. And Facebook, I call it fake book. Your friends friends list, that's what snakes look like. You don't know my passion, just know I'm active. Went back to school and I got my master's. I go hard. Try to knock me down, you can't count me out. Work hard. I work hard. No days off, I don't get no sleep. I go hard. I won't lose. You won't lose. You won't lose. Time to execute. Ain't no limit to my greatness. I'm waiting on you to work hard. I go hard. Try to knock me down, you can't count me out. Work hard. I work hard. No days off, I don't get no sleep. I go hard. I won't lose. You won't lose. You won't lose. Time to execute. Ain't no limit to my greatness. I'm waiting on you to work hard.